Hello, my name is Audrey Proctor. I'm Head of Learning Services for Changefirst, and in the next few minutes I'd like to introduce you to our application for developing resilience for major change. Now, over the years we've researched this topic of resilience quite extensively, and in the same time we've trained a number of individuals on how to develop their personal adaptability during change. We're now also on our second psychometric tool for diagnosing individual and team resilience during major change. And probably this is one of the most important issues confronting people and organizations today. It's incredibly topical, particularly with the recession, with unemployment levels and redundancy levels as they are today. And if we bring this to a really human level, the important question that this application is tackling is, why is it that you can have two people faced with the same change and the same disruptive situation reacting very differently? So one can retreat into a shell while the other can actually appear quite energized and proactive during major change. Well, at the heart of it, we know that change is disruptive for people, and despite the books and articles that try to tell us that we are change-oriented, we are actually control-oriented beings. We're pretty calibrated not to change, even when the change is good. And it is this need for control and predictability that makes change disruptive and will give rise to the resistant behavior that we tend to see as people progress through major change. Now, what does resilience actually give us? Well, resilience gives us the ability to bounce back quickly from major change. It gives us the ability to remain effective during the disruption of change. It helps us maintain high levels of quality and productivity during major change, and ultimately resilience is the differentiating factor between the reactions of two people who are faced with the same change or the same disruptive situation. So when there's a lot of resilience in the system, this can be very beneficial for organizations. They can implement their changes faster, there's less turbulence, they're more agile during change. And if you were to take a project measure at a time when there's lots of resilience in the system, this project measure would say that this organization seems to be achieving significant changes involving large numbers of people altering the way they behave. Now, similarly, there are benefits for individuals. When individuals are resilient, they can regain their sense of control faster, they're less resistant to change, they're more engaged in change activity, and they're less likely to feel overwhelmed, particularly when there are multiple changes impacting on them. Now, what do we know about resilient people? What are the characteristics of highly resilient people? We've identified 7 characteristics of highly resilient people. Resilient people are optimistic. They really have a belief that the change will have positive outcomes. They're self-assured. They believe in themselves and the fact that they can actually get something done during major change. They're also focused. They have an ability to set goals and to actually pursue them, and they're open to ideas. So they will explore ideas and actually build on the outcomes of others, and they will seek support. They will go out and find networks to support them during major change, and they will be structured. They will plan flexibly to guide the actions they take during the change, and ultimately they will be proactive. They will step out. They have a desire to take risks and start making the first steps towards engaging with the change. Now, we believe that resilience can be diagnosed, and we also believe that resilience can be developed. Our personal adaptability inventory is an easy-to-use and easy-to-learn psychometric tool that will help you assess your resilience style by profiling your choices and preferences during major change against these 7 characteristics of highly effective people. It will clearly identify development areas and offer suggestions and action steps for improving your personal performance. If you'd like to find out more about our application for developing resilience for major change, then have a look on the website for our information paper on resilience, or just call us to discuss any of our in-company or public workshop options. I thank you for your attention.